The line between liking carnivorous plants and loving Nepenthes is really thin, and if you don't take care, you can easily cross this line. So today we will talk about this Nepenthes addiction, coming up. Hi, if you are new to my channel, my name is Remy and I've been growing carnivorous plants since I'm 16. I've been focusing on growing Nepenthes on my windowsill since I moved to Canada. So now let's talk about this addiction. Spotting a Nepenthes addiction early can save you a crap load of money. Because seriously, some of these species are really expensive. Okay, but seriously, how to identify an addict, somebody that is really obsessed with Nepenthes? I will give you 7 clues and maybe it will ring a bell. The easiest way to spot a Nepenthes addict would be checking their phone or computer. If you see some background wallpaper of Nepenthes, maybe a screensaver with a lot of pictures of Nepenthes, even on the phone. I started only 2 years ago collecting pictures from internet, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff, of beautiful pictures. And yeah, it became quickly a main folder for the screensaver, and now we reach more than 1,000 pictures, and usually it will grow from 10 to 20 pictures a week. So I'm expecting that to be a few gigabytes in a few years, but that's still something that everyone can spot my addiction at work. This is my screensaver. The second clue will be for young addicts. Usually they will ask crazy questions like, can I feed bacon to my plants? Can I have my plants in the bathroom when I'm taking shower? Can I take my plants under the shower with me? Like, weird question. You can spot this question on Facebook and Reddit. That's usually the start of the addiction. You will want to know more and you have crazy out-of-the-box question. I guess we all did it once. So that's a fun way to spot this person. Another way to spot this kind of addict is they will buy at least 10 plants a year. And I let you imagine, after 5 years, it's probably more close to 100 plants. If they have the space. If they don't have the space, they will try to find ways around, maybe playing Tetris with the pots, trying to move them, having them maybe hanging. Yeah, usually they will really try to get the most species per square feet. That's why usually you see all these square pots. They fit perfectly in the tray, and that's a good way to make sure you don't lose any space. Another clue would be after the first death of their few plants, these addicts will start collecting data, understanding what the plants needs, what setup and condition they have at home. So they will try to find match of what species can grow on their home, and they will collect name and picture and maybe go even until building a doc on Google Doc and having the name and the picture, so they can easily see and build kind of a database of potential plants. Another clue of a Nepenthes addict will be that they will be misunderstood. It can have situation really awkward, and I will give you an example. Nice. Really nice.
What are you looking? That is...
What? No.
Let me see.
Look at these hot lips. Look at this curve. Look at this wide open picture. Look at this big... Before giving you the last 2 clues, I would like to ask you a favor. Could you please like this video and consider subscribing, hitting the little bell? That's the best way for you to see more and more videos like that, and that encourages me a lot to do more videos for you. So now let's go to the next clue. Another way to spot an addict would be to see their setup. If you enter a house and then you have a hanging pot or a plant on the windowsill, that's no big deal. But if you see like a highland or ultra highland terrarium, even a lowland terrarium, that's a good clue that something is happening here. This person is serious. They can have a humidity chamber on their basement. It takes even more space, and they can go up to a full greenhouse outside if the weather is decent. So yes, you will see their setup and you can clearly spot this addiction by their setup. And if they have only a windowsill and they start having more and more posts like me, yes, that's a good sign. It's also an addiction. The last clue would be when you ask them what they want as a present for birthday, Christmas. Usually they will go as, I want more plants, or I want a humidifier, I want a new grow light, I want to have another furniture so I can put more pots on this furniture, on the windowsill, for example. So between these 7 clues, does it ring a bell? Because just by doing this video, I was just basically looking at the mirror. I know my love for these plants, and I know that usually when I have a hobby, I had Dendrobates, like poison dart frog, hobby, beta. So I know that usually when I go into a hobby and I feel this addiction, all my backgrounds and all my setups, everything will be all in, basically. So I am never doing something half. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If this video ring a bell for you, please let me know in the comments, and that's gonna be fun to see how many people can go as crazy as I am. And yeah, until next time, happy growing. Hi guys, we just passed the 500 subscriber for 15,000 views, so thanks a lot for your support, and let's share how to grow Nepenthes on Windowsill. Have a great day, guys.